Asher Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Happy to have you here. More Ultimate Deathknight. So yesterday, I put out a video after a couple hours of playing around with this champion, said I absolutely love him, and today things keep getting better and better. So many different use cases for this champion, as we speculated originally. A lot of people, it really reminds me of Ninja, right? A lot of people throwing shade at this champion, calling him a trash champion, and now almost everybody is coming around, similar to Ninja the day or two that he entered the game. At first, everybody's like, yeah, kind of whatever. And then afterwards, everybody's like, yeah, Ninja's a beast. He's a solid champion. Same thing with Ultimate Deathknight. And one of the reasons is his too awesome to die passive. This is a really insane ability. He is eating a hit, single target hit from another ally. Also, if you build him in high resist, he's resisting that debuff that otherwise would have went to them, right? So all kinds of use cases. Today, I'm here to show you 5 different ways to build your Ultimate Deathknight. I'm not sure how much gameplay I'll include here because 5 builds takes up a lot of time. So let's just get to it with the first one. This is the build that I shared yesterday. This is kind of an all-around Relentless PvE build for this champion. I like putting champions in Relentless who, frankly, do a lot, bring a lot to the table, and Ultimate Deathknight definitely does that, right? He has 2 really solid abilities in the AoE decrease attack with solid multipliers, and then on the everyone get comfy, a great shield, continuous heal, as well on a 3-turn cooldown. So if he keeps doing more of that stuff, sign me up, right? Fantastic. So Relentless, it works with this champion, right? I have him here in Relentless. A little bit of defense. We want as much defense as possible. And just like I said in yesterday's video, the most important thing is you pair this dude with another increased defense champion. That will make his shield stronger, and it will put out more damage, and it will keep him alive, right? So as much defense on all these builds as you can, as fast as possible. We get a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of crit damage on there. Resist is a little low for some of the utility you can get from this champion on this specific build, and obviously he needs accuracy. So on the Relentless set, we have crit rate, we have defense percentage, we have speed on the boots. Obviously, we're going with defense on the ring, we're going with defense on the amulet, or on the banner, or you guys can go with accuracy if you need to get it there, or resist if you're building with a really high resist build, which I'll show you in just a moment. Also, we went defense. You can go crit damage if you want a little bit of extra damage out of this champion, depending on where you are in the game and what champions and teams you're using him on. In terms of masteries for this champion, you can see them all right here. I went with a very simple mastery build here with War Master on the left-hand side, and then we went down support and we grabbed Lasting Gifts to extend the duration of his shield, his continuous heal, and Master Hexer to extend the duration of his decrease attack, okay? So that's one build. Let me go ahead and build him in a solo build. Be right back. All right, so build number 2, guys, is going to be a solo build, as I mentioned. I'm going to give a big shout out to Hell Hades here. I'm going to give a shout out wherever I first saw any of the builds that I share with you guys. This is amazing because basically wherever you're at in any dungeon, specifically, I should say, not any dungeon, but Ice Golem in Dragon's Lair, he can solo those dungeons, and he can do it in a toxic set. That's incredible. It helps him go faster, and you can put him with a bunch of food champions because that will trigger his second passive. Didn't need him. Increase allies' HP, defense, and speed by 10% for each dead ally. So we're going to get a 40% boost on all of those stats when we put them with food. Incredible stuff here, guys. I'm not going to, actually, let me show you the changes here that I made on the champion too. But we put him in Toxic for more damage. You can run him in Regen and or Immortal. It's going to take you a lot longer, but that would be another variation of this same sort of utility around this champion, okay? So Toxic Perception, I also swapped out for a resistance on the banner, and we went with defense percentage on the gauntlets, defense percentage on the chest, and speed again on the boots. So let's go ahead and show you him really quickly on this build, and I'm just going to go ahead and run Ice Golem. I don't want to, he can do 25. You know what? I'll do 25 and then I'll cut because it's kind of boring to watch him do the entire thing. But let's go ahead and build a team. I'll be right back. All right, guys, and when I say build a team, I mean stick 4 food champions with him, right? And you'll see that this guy has no problem keeping himself alive, especially with all of those boosts from his second passive. This is a game changer, guys. Let me say that again. This is a game-changing champion because he's going to allow everybody to be able to do this, and this is the most energy-efficient way to farm up food, in the game. Sure, you'll still be using campaign. Look at, he's resisting everything. I mean, this is just beautiful. This is just beautiful. What a champion. So I'm going to go ahead and let him run Ice Golem 25 all by his damn self, and I will be right back. All right, guys, here he goes, man. This dude is insane. He's insane. See his health right now? That's the lowest it's been the entire battle. He's bringing the shield and the continuous heal. Just getting the job done, man. You don't need the immortal. You don't need the regen. This is a level 25 dungeon. That second passive is insane to solo content inside the game, guys. There you have it. Just getting it done here all by himself on Ice Golem 25. I'll tell you what, that's going to change the game for a lot of players. Heck, even if you're not feeding or using it to farm food, right? If you have trouble clearing level 25 Ice Golem, look no further. He can solo all by himself at the end, kind of like Battle Khazar. Really, really cool. Look at this too, man. 8.6 million damage. I mean, he did all the damage, obviously. And almost 1 million in heals, too. Not too bad, Ultimate Deathknight. All right, guys, let me show you the next build. I'll be right back. All right, guys, this next build, so cool. Massive credit to MacChan. I love that dude's channel, man. This is a way that even endgame players can use Ultimate Deathknight. Everybody can use this dude, right? He's got the 6 peaks stone skin for 2 turns. It's going to mitigate 85% of damage. This is the anti-Rotos. The Rotos killer. Anybody really, Turvold, Rotos, Faceless, Brachus, any single target nuker in the arena, bye-bye. Because now you put him in stone skin for 2 turns, he's eating up all of that damage, but he's really not going to take any damage because he's in stone skin. Doesn't matter who they are attacking, he's going to be stealing that attack essentially with his too awesome to die passive. Let's go ahead and see if we can find a Rotos team and give him a try. This is cool because it doesn't even require booking him at all, right? He doesn't need really anything for this build. I'm going to run him in this team, guys. Let's see what he does. You don't need masteries. You don't need books. You don't even need good gear. I have flat stats on this dude right now. So he has the 2 turn. Watch Rotos. Watch it. Doesn't even matter who he attacks. Again, increased defense champion. Super, super great to have on the team. So now we have increased defense. Check it out, man. Boom. He's not... I mean, he attacked Vogoth. You probably didn't even notice because he didn't do anything. So he can absolutely mitigate damage from any single target nuker. The Rotos killer, man. That is insane. You can just bring him in on offense if you want to, whenever you encounter a really tough, and look at that, man, he's even nuking for the team. Dude, that's incredible stuff, man. That's incredible stuff there. So because of that passive, he's just eating the single target nuke. Any other squishy champions, it's almost like having a little bit of a Necret vibe going on there, making some of your squishiest champions, whoever the opponent would target, making them, you know, pretty much invincible, right? So incredible way to use this champion. Let's go into build number 4. All right, guys, build number 4 is just all out high resist build. So you can use this in multiple different areas inside the game. Again, really utilizing that first passive. Now, the masteries have been the same on all the builds that I've showed you so far, 1, 2, and 3. On this one, if you really wanted to optimize his resistance, I would go ahead and pick up Unshakable as well. So on this build, we care about defense, resistance, and accuracy, okay? This is another amazing build. Can you tell I'm high on this champion, man? Those passives, dude, we just slept on him. Not me. I mean, I was high on this dude, but man, I still slept on all this utility that I've already shown you guys, and we're just kind of getting started. We're halfway through the video, man. So again, those masteries, I would go defense tree, maybe instead of offense on this one. So get rid of offense, go defense, depending on what you're trying to do here exactly. You can go with Resurgent, removing debuffs if he ever gets one. You can go with Stubbornness if you want to, increase resist by 10 for each debuff on this champion. But if you build enough resist, especially in dungeons, you're pretty much going to be resisting everything. That's why it's smart to go with Unshakable for a tier 6 mastery. Even against the Iron Twins, he could be interesting because keep in mind, one of their attacks is throwing out a bunch of debuffs on a single target. So he could eat that up and basically resist it all. Let me go ahead and show you him in Spider really quickly here. I showed you this run as well yesterday, but I didn't have him in high resist gear, so he was not resisting everything that the opponent was throwing at him. Let me assemble that team. I'll be right back. So yesterday I showed you this team, guys, Reliquary Tender, Mordecai, and Ultimate Deathknight, and I didn't throw any food in there, but you should always throw food in there. Get those stat bonuses, right? Unless it's a speed tune thing, then don't do it. But if you don't care about his speed, you know, getting up 20%, go ahead and throw a couple food champions in there. So now check this out, guys. Super high resist. He's going to be resisting every single poison, barely taking any damage. And check it out, man. I mean, they can't even kill my food. They can't even kill my food, man. How are they gonna die? Gotta wait, I guess, until the AoE attack from the spider. But he's keeping everybody. I mean, this is really just crazy to me. I mean, every time a spider attacks my little food, I think Grinner or whoever it is, okay, now they die, now he can get the boost. Now you can see what I'm talking about here. This is, and I mentioned this yesterday as well, but man, oh man, oh man, I can't wait. I'm still one day away from getting him on my free-to-play account. He's gonna be a massive game changer, dude. I am struggling big time with Spider right now. Forget it, he is the ultimate Spider tank. He forces everybody to attack him. You don't need to worry about HP. You don't need to worry about anything in terms of dictating who's going to be targeted by the boss. He's just going to be, you know, healing, shielding himself. Unfortunately, we have revivers all over the place here. But you guys kind of get the point, right? I'll come back to you at the end of this battle, but you don't need to watch it again and again here. So here we go, guys. No big deal. If I didn't have all those revivers on the team, it would have went a lot faster, but still really, really good. He resisted every single poison. Fantastic spider tank. Fantastic to just take debuffs that would otherwise be placed on somebody else. As long as it's a single target on your team, he is going to take that instead. So you build him in high resist, he'll resist it. Fantastic kind of dynamic that we have here with a high resist build on Ultimate Deathknight. All right, guys, build 5 is kind of a hybrid build. I saw my man Scratch, who I have a collab with tomorrow, by the way, coming up. I saw him put out a video on this. Hydra Clan Boss beast, a boss for Hydra Clan boss for 3 reasons, right? On his A1, he has the Provoke, great for the head of Decay, to prevent all those cleanses, right? On the A2, you get decreased attack, obviously incredibly useful, especially in the head of Wrath for damage mitigation. And then the shield, fantastic, continuous heal, great. You can heal the team, shield the team, keep everybody alive, especially in those longer duration battles like Hydra Clan boss. And then too awesome to die is a Head of Mischief killer. Head of Mischief's single target head, stealing all the buffs, then they get spread all the buffs. You don't want to deal with a Head of Mischief. He is so annoying. Well, here we built him again with high resist, a little bit of damage, a little bit of accuracy, and bada bing. No one's going to get their buff stolen anymore. I mean, isn't that incredible? It's crazy how we didn't all think of these things immediately after he was announced and we saw his kit, right? So here, I still have 1 stone skin kind of hanging around, so ignore that. I do have resistance and an immortal set. I want to give him a little bit of healing as well, so I would run him in maybe even double immortal, maybe even a regen set. I think regen over double immortal for even Hydra Clan boss, especially if you're having difficulties keeping this dude alive. So I'm not going to do an entire Hydra run, but I'm going to see how it works here. Right now, let me assemble a team. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got Inquisitor Shamil. We got Geo in the lead. We have Geo in the lead so we can get the turn meter boost from Inquisitor Shamil. We have Ugo, Ultimate Deathknight. We have Sissia and Lady Kimmy on this team. We are on Brutal Hydra Clan Boss right now. Let's see how we do. So again, you can see here, Head of Decay, that is going to be provoked by his A1, okay? Probably going to need another provoker on your team as well, because just his A1 is probably not going to be enough to get the job done. We have Head of Mischief, as I mentioned. If we look at the skills, again, we're attacking the enemy with the most buffs, stealing all buffs from that target. So, you know, it's self-explanatory. That's exactly why we have Ultimate Deathknight, and that's why he is so incredibly strong. He's going to prevent them from stealing the buffs. They're not going to steal them from him, and they're not going to be spread to the rest of the Hydra heads. Fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and watch it in action here. Let's keep an eye on that turn meter. Ugo's so incredible, man. Ugo is a beast. My favorite debuffer for Clan Boss. You can see the decreased attack. Very nice, very nice. Obviously, no legendaries, so won't be getting fear there, but let's go ahead and see. There it is. Boom. Resist, resist. Okay, so they actually targeted him But again, he is resisting everything. So that's just going to keep happening again and again and again. That will help protect champions like Geomancer, protect champions who are a little bit squishy, protect champions who have a bunch of buffs on them. So man, whether it's Hydra Clan Boss, whether it's an arena in the end game in Stone Skin as an anti-single target nuker, whether it's an all-around build in Relentless, high resist, spider tank, doing a little bit of damage, there's other use cases for this champion as well beyond what I've shown you guys thus far. Really such an incredible champion, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful, including all of these builds in one video. Let me know if you did, and I'll do more because I'm sure this is not going to be it in terms of ways to utilize this free legendary champion. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.